Hey, thanks for tuning back into RedfaceVapes. We got an RTA for review today by Def Mods, the Deftank 30mm RTA. Lovely packaging it comes in. As always, we got our spare baggie, we got our rubber grommet, spare O-rings, and spare screws. And I believe these are grub screws. We've got a spare glass, got a spare bubble tank here, and here's our RTA. Some nice airflow going on there. Lovely looking drip tip, my kind of drip tip. Y'all know I don't do those really low profile. This is enough drip tip to fulfill my needs. Yes, indeed. So here's a drip tip here. There also is a two-piece design to this drip tip. Maybe that's to help with e-juice condensation. Excuse me. With that unscrews there. As you can see, two pieces there. Guess if you got a stainless steel and a black, you can swap it out. Not exactly too sure. I like it though. Pretty cool. Nice addition. Never seen that one before. Yeah. So, here's your top cap, of course. Take that off. Got one single juice port there. And of course, you can take that rubber grommet out for cleaning purposes. Disassemble our tank. Glass. Chimney section. Pretty nice. I have got a build in there and it's wicked up for the purpose of this review. So, after I show you guys the internals, since it's already wicked up, we're going to get it dripped up and we're going to see if it's worth getting picked up. Alright, so with this RTA here, it's similar to the Fatality, in which it does not thread on. The top section does not thread on. You've got some arrows here that indicate how your tank needs to be aligned in order for you to just pull off your deck, which I really like. That makes it really easy access to access your build. Of course, if you guys can see there's your little triangle notch there. So you just line those up like so. I got it there for the most part, and your deck should come off like so. So I've got some fused claptons in there, nichrome. It's the build I have in there. Got a wick in there, just you know, lightly inside the juice channels there, not stuffed in there. I could probably trim just a little bit off of there too, probably, but that should be sufficient. You know, definitely want to have some room underneath your cotton to allow juice to travel up. And yeah, this deck is pretty nice. Of course, you got your bottom airflow and you've got side airflow, if you can see. And it's got grub screws. And this is the kind of deck where your leads will go underneath these screws here. They'll go underneath. And when building on this deck, you just want to make sure that after you put your legs, your leads underneath these screws here, if I can show you guys, underneath these right here, you want to make sure you cut your leads, your legs right there, very flush to the deck to make sure you don't short anything out. So here's the top cap. Oh, top barrel section, nice conical design, wonderful large juice ports. solid looking. Definitely. Good looking tank. Good looking tank. So, pardon me while I take a toot. And this deck here was a breeze to build on. You know, not having any issues, you know, putting any builds in there. So, yeah, my apologies. I didn't build this one live, but, you know, it's very similar to the, you know, Fatality deck, except of the fact that it's not a postless where you're putting your leads down in, you know. You're putting your leads underneath these side notches there. And, yeah, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, guys? Or gals? I'm really excited to see that it comes with a spare glass. You know, not all tanks do. The bubble glass is nice. Frosted, I really like that, but I'm not a bubble tank person, so I won't be using it. But I think the frosted is a nice touch. It would have been cool to get 2 regular glasses and have 1 frosted. But yeah, for those of you who like the bubble tank, it's there for you. All right. So today we're gonna wick it up with some guava cream cheese flaky pastry from Quesitos. Yeah, fogging out with the Batman's line. Good stuff. Great juice. If you ain't got it, check it out. It'll do you right. So we're gonna pair up our Deftank with our very first Def mod, of course. And look at this airflow before I do so. Look at that airflow on there. I love a lot of airflow. I love airflow. And, you know, that's got some really big, plenty of airflow there. Them airflow holes. Awesome. So everything on this tank I really like so far. O-ring tolerance, of course. It's also got juice flow control, of course, as you can see. Yeah. So, get some juice on there. I'm gonna see how she performs. Yeah. So I really like the design on this tank. It appears it took a few features from some other tanks, kind of, you know, incorporated them in together. I really like that it's got the bottom airflow, of course, and side airflow. You know, I'm usually not a big fan of grub screws, but the grub screws are really nice, beefy. As long as you got yourself a nice tool or something like that, you shouldn't have any problem, you know, dealing with the grub screws. I personally wouldn't recommend, you know, using, you know, one of the tools that comes inside the bag. You know, it's just potential for stripping. But yeah, like I said, similar to Fatality, except, you know, it's not a postless deck. You'll be putting your leads underneath those grub screws. And they say you can fit 4.5, 5 millimeter coils in here. I haven't tried it yet. I believe these are 3.5 millimeter coils, perhaps even 4. That'll probably do me, but do you? Yeah, so I think we got it juiced up pretty well. New coil. This is ohming out at a 0.38. You can see that there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you got vapors. All right, guys, let's get you out of here. So, assemble our tank. And when we do, we want to line up those notches once again to make sure that we're putting it on there correctly. See that there? If you can. Then we want to press down, give it a little turn, and our tank should be on there. So of course, open up our juice flow, and I like that. It's not real loose. It's not really tight either. You know, it's got a nice tolerance to it, as you can see. Let's get some juice in there. How about before we do, we go ahead and close our juice flow. But if you wick it right, you probably won't have an issue or anything. But you know, be safe than sorry. That's what it's there for. Use our juice flow control. Close our juice off. Close our juice flow control off. Put our juice in. Put our top cap on. And this top cap is threaded, but I haven't had any issues with any leaking. With it being a threaded on top cap, you know, versus your quarter turns. I kind of like that. It's really secure. I love the way it kind of took, like I said before, a few different features from some different other tanks. And yeah, you know, looks like we got a bubble coming up there sometime soon. So we got a big bubble getting ready to start in there, if you can see it. See that bubble? There that bubble goes. Yeah, there we go. Little primer. Excuse me, peoples. 120 watts. Of course, we got our airflow wide open. You know how we do right here. Yeah. Wicking just fine, guys. Wicking just fine. All right, so what we're gonna do is hike up this this wattage here. Show you what she's capable of. So that was at 120 watts. We're gonna crank it up to 175 watts. Nice. And now we're going to crank it up to 200 watts. I'm sure this tank can handle more with all that airflow in it. And she's wicking great. There's 200 watts if you can see it. $200 watts. Wicking good. Got my bubbles going. No leaky. No dry hit. Check out that bubble action. Pardon me, peoples. Getting great flavor. Wide open. If you want to, you can turn the airflow down. Not on this side, though. That's great. Yeah, so tank performs great at high wattages, as you can see. 200 watts. Amazing flavor. Of course, it's all going to depend on what juice you excuse me, what juice you're using, and also what kind of build you got in there. But as you can see, pretty nice sized deck. Fit some big beefy coils in there for it being, you know, 30 millimeter tank. Got good juice capacity. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm gonna crank it back down here just for a second. You know, I'm 150 watt guy roughly myself. You know, 120, 150 on the regular. You know, when I'm really feeling that kick, I'll bump it up. Great tank. Machined really well. I think Def Mods knocked it out of the park with this tank. I do believe they may be coming out with a 37 millimeter version as well, but this 30 mil is really nice, mid-range. You know, not too big of a tank. Some people might think it's a little tall. I like it. I like it. I like the drip tip. I like the juice flow control is nice and smooth. I love the super duper airflow on there. You got big, massive, wide open airflow, or you can cut it down. And if I haven't said so before or showed you guys, there's it's closed all the way. You know, one open, 2 open, 3 open, and your airflow does have a stopper. So yeah, guys, I am thoroughly impressed with the Deftank. It's a great looking tank, in my opinion. It performs amazing, stellar RTA. I love the drip tip. You know, it's got something on there for me to grab onto. You know, pairs also nicely with the Def mod. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this tank. I really can't. As far as 30 millimeter, it's my favorite so far. I don't know how many 30 millimeter tanks there are out there, but it's a badass tank. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, it performs at high wattages. You can throw big builds in there. It's got big airflow. You can cut down the airflow. Of course, it's got a 510, so you can swap it out with, you know, any other drip tip. If you guys aren't aware, Cornbread Customs, you know, he makes some matchy nice acrylic, different, I believe it's acrylic, I don't know, but, you know, different matching tank sections, you know, with the drip tip. I mean, you can't go wrong here. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Really impressed. And that guava is tasting amazing out of there. So I got a another one here for you. This is the stainless steel. Of course, you got the same goodies in there, but she is clean looking. Clean looking. Look at that there. Check out the stainless steel. Man, I think they did a really good job on this tank. This is an amazing RTA, stellar performing RTA, and you know, looks just as great as it performs. And also, as you can see with the stainless steel, you got this frosted tip right there. Does it get any sexier than that, people? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I knew that I would like this. I knew it. I knew it. Just looking at it, I knew I'd like it. And I'm so pleased I picked one up, actually 2 up. Yeah, blessed to have one in both colors. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. That's my take on it. Once again, sorry I didn't, you know, throw the build in there on there live, but I mean, you know, you seen the deck. You seen what kind of coils I have in there. Like I said, it's not your standard postless where you're just putting your leads down in there like the Fatality. You know, your legs are gonna go up under the posts, and you're gonna clip those leads, those legs, flush as you possibly can with the deck so you don't create a short. I thought it was an innovative design. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. So once again, that's all I got for you guys today. Wishing everybody great health, wealth, love, and abundance as always. Whether you're vaping on a regulated or a magnesium, y'all keep vaping and be easy. Redface out.